Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to The Young Farmer. I am Andy, and we are making this little Merlo work today. It is about 9:30 a.m. now, actually, and we've picked up a little fertilizer. We've got the trailer on the back, and we're heading down to where I've already moved the tractor and spinner over to a local farm. I've got about 4 fields to do today, varying sizes from about 12 acres through to about 16, 17, so we've got a fair amount to get cracking on with. But this Merlo doesn't like me very much because it's not typically used as a towing telehandler. Merlos typically aren't renowned for having a lot of guts, or certainly the older Merlos. This is a little bit of a smaller end of the range there, so it's light. It's ideal for tight, narrow yards to move around, clear out yards, muck out, that kind of thing, but it's not great for towing. Some of the hills around here aren't very steep, but they're a long, slow drag, which is brings this thing to its knees, frankly. But it's doing its job, and we haven't got too far to go. So we're just going to head on over the bridge here, and then we're going to take a left very shortly, actually. And we're nearly there, so it's nice and handy. It's a lovely, clear, bright, sunny day today, so we're going to get this. We're spreading onto some spring barley there, so it should get us all done nice and quickly, and then hopefully, like I say, we'll get this done and get everything taken back up to the yard. Oh, slow down, easy. Need to be. We had a little bit of a queue behind us, not too bad. But as you can see, ooh, come on, old girl. There you go. I would love to try some new telehandlers out and about, just to gain a kind of perspective, because while this one, like I say, has its advantages, it is a little bit small on the weight side of things, and boy is it slow. But we'll work our way up here and we'll get to where we need to be. And yeah, onwards we go. So we've been a little bit busy since the last time we spoke. We are waiting for a few more. We've had the tradesmen in at the yard there. The brickies have started to put up a couple of the sides of the shed that we're building. Got the foundations in for that one. That's all looking good and it's finished. We'll probably be giving you a look at what that looks like in the next episode, as we seem to be getting along. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We're putting a new driveway into the building because I didn't like that hillside, so we're changing that all around. And it looks like we need some more stone. We're coming in, we might have to put a retaining wall in as well because of the landslide potential. So that's still got plenty of work left to do as we continue to rev the nuts off this little thing. It's getting up there very slowly. We're actually going, if you recall the field that we drilled just a few episodes ago, we're going back into there. That's one of the fields we've got to do, and there's a little yard just up the hill that we're going to actually park and unload the fertilizer in. It's not too far away at all. But just around the corner here. The second we start to get any kind of flat ground, we do kick up a little bit. But yeah, it's just any slight incline and we just lose it completely. I'd love to have a go of, and there's quite a few good Manitous out and around at the moment. I'd love to go and have a little spin on the Manitou. See how we get on there. But yeah, the new Merlos even look brilliant. They do look very nice, but yeah, they were just never really known as a good towing telehandler, but it does many good things very, very well. Other than that, though, we've been cracking on. We've got a little bit of field work to do here and there. The farmer that we're doing this for, these 4 fields, has quite a bit of work that he is willing to contract out to us. A few fields we're just waiting to kind of dry up a little bit before we can get into them. But definitely something that we will be looking to do and looking to capitalize on as well. That's where we're going to be going momentarily. Like I say, the tractor and spreader is already in the yard up here. I'm just going to spin into here. Get around there nice and gently. Does it? Easy now. Wonderful stuff. And into the yard we go. So how are things with you? Hope you're all doing very well. Whatever you are getting up to, do let us know down below as always. We've got a lot of people, a lot of great feedback recently as well about this. Me starting to vlog again, so that's wonderful. Do love to keep hearing that. Okay, so I wonder where we can get all this put. Let's just stop here actually. We'll have a look. See, we've got the Amazon spreader on the back again. It's been a while. It's always nice to have that out. Oh, we might just be able to nick that into there, I think. That will do it. We've got plenty of space around the corner actually. I think this was a nice little cattle yard at one point. I'm surprised no one's using it at the moment. There we go. On this side. Nice and easy there. What we're going to do, we'll just open this up, we'll spin in and around, do a quick U-turn, get this all lined up in a nice way. Wonderful. Not long left, little Merlo, you can do it. There you go. I have noticed actually a big surge in the number of smaller farmers who are looking to contract out fertilizer spinning. And I wonder if it's just because you can now get a lot more reliability and accuracy with the newer spinners there. If you've got them on GPS, for example, you can control the rate, the width that they're spreading at. Combine that with the fact that fertilizer is so expensive, you want to apply it as efficiently as possible. So I do wonder if that's the case. But yeah, sure, a lot of people are really venturing towards that now, which is great for the likes of myself because it's a good in so far for us, starting the sprayer as well. So yeah, I was tempted just to hook the sprayer back onto the 660 and just do everything else with the Axion, but the Axion's a bit big to be traveling on the ground at the moment. It's not quite in the position where I'm happy to kind of leave it there. So that'll do us. We'll just get this all unhooked, and then we are able to kind of get ourselves away actually. These straps here, we're not going to do too much. Now, because this is a smaller telehandler, we're limited really. We definitely can't pick up 4 bags like we can in say a Manitou, for example, but we can definitely have a play around. It's a little bit light on its end to put 2 on. It can be done, it's got to be steady, so we might just even stick to 1 at a time here. Now the fields are a little bit soft in places, so what we'll probably end up doing is just putting 2 in at a time. We're only going in fields around this immediate area anyway, so that seems like it makes sense to me. And now I'm just going to change my steering as well. Get us back out of front wheel steer only and back it into all wheel steering. There we go. So yeah, we'll just start by taking 1 at a time from here. Easy does it. Nice and straightforward. Yeah, we do get a little bit light on the front end here, so ideally we want to not have 2 on the front where possible. Whoop. Alright then, so we'll get that all filled up here. Now I just need to go and check my field map, see which of the fields we're going into and what rate they want everything applied on, so I can adjust everything accordingly. But then yeah, we'll be flying. So we'll stick this one in, and then we'll be good to get cracking. Okay then, folks, let's get that lifted up. Wonderful stuff, and we are ready to go. Couple that we've got to do on the south side of the farm, and a couple over on the west. Should about to see us through really, but yeah, lovely. I do like getting out in the fields for the first time in the spring there. It is always good fun. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Enable my GPS there. We're going to go into here first. Now this also looks like it needs a bit of help with some weeds, but my job just yet. And through we go from here. And off we go. Perfect. Traveling well. There's my GPS in, and we're off. Wonderful stuff. There, nothing else. So it's weird because on the top it's like a solid crust of concrete almost, and then underneath it's still wet. So it is a bit of a mixture. Some of this ground around here has been worked over again to try and pull some of that moisture back up to the top there so it can dry out. But it's all a bit crazy. But yeah, we'll see how we get on anyway. And it seems to be coming on quite well. We're traveling quite well in places, not making too many ruts, which is always good. Just have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, other than that, we are starting to see quite a little bit of work coming in these days, which is wonderful. Keeping ourselves going, and we are hopefully going to get that driveway roughed in at least over the course of the next week, so we'll be coming back to that one. The shed work, the tradesmen are still going with the shed, which is great, and hopefully that won't take... They've given me, with all the block works, hopefully going to be done by today, so they've given me a good estimation that they'll be able to start getting some more of the timbers onto the roof over the course of tomorrow, and the end of the week there we should see the A-frame coming on as well. It is a shed that we bought second-hand locally that had been dismantled brick by brick, so everything was in great nick. But yeah, it's worked out very, very well for us, so that's good news. And hopefully we'll get that one in and all up and working before we get stuck into the depths of harvest. I do have a plan as well to further extend the yard, which is going to involve removing an awful lot of topsoil. But we're not quite there yet. We need to hang on for that one, just for a couple of reasons, but the cost is the main reason there, because we're going to have to get rid of that topsoil somewhere. So we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But for now, we're just going to continue through. It looks like a tour of us going down the hill. It's a beautiful day over the beach there down by the coast. It's a little bit hazy still, so that's probably going to burn off sooner rather than later. And it's going to leave us looking like a great day, I'm sure. GPS isn't quite set properly. We need to get back in and have a look at that one, but we'll get this field done and dusted, and then we'll see how we're looking. Probably have to top up. We've got the one field down over the hedge there to do, 2 fields over the hedge there to do, I beg your pardon, and then one more over the other side, which should see us through and see us right. And then yeah, so it's not going to take us too long to do everything. But yeah, it will be a good one to get this all done and dusted anyway. There we go, got the GPS looking better. Wonderful. And off we go again. Excellent stuff. So like I say, do let me know what you're currently getting worked on at the moment there. I know a lot of people are just kind of wrapping up the last of the drilling, particularly up north there. A lot of people have really been trying to squeeze it in. Weather permitting where you are as well. It's been tricky, but I hope you've managed to get everything you needed to in the ground. It's going to be interesting to see what next year looks like from a harvest standpoint, really. A lot of spring barley going into the ground, I know that much, and the price of that's really going to plummet, unfortunately. So it'll be interesting to see how spring wheat holds and see what the price of winter wheat is, because I know very few people actually got that in the ground as well. So that will be interesting. That is like done. Wonderful. Field number 1 in the books. And we'll head off and we'll just go down that little track there. We'll get into the field number 2. Let's just go through the yard again, actually. We should have enough here to get us going. Double check, actually. Yeah, we're looking good. Onwards. So, down here. We'll just nip out onto the road very quickly and around the corner. So we are putting on here, this is a mixture of, it's 24% nitrogen, which is actually nitrogen and ammonia, 12 and 12, and with also 15% sulfur in there as well. Now what the sulfur will do there is allow the consumption of the nitrogen at a faster, more efficient rate. and so it stops it kind of separating. I think if my agronomy knowledge holds up, I'm sure someone can correct me, but yeah, so that's why we're using this one. It's going to allow that real big boost on because these crops are still in their infancy. When they do come through, it's going to allow them to tiller out properly, which means you get more leaves, more shoots, and more grain at the end of it, which means a higher yield. So, well, hopefully a higher yield. So that's what we're looking at here. Now we do have the field of rye that we drilled the other day that we're going to put some fertilizer onto as well, but not before we go down and do this one at the bottom here, I think. Oh, this one we're not doing. We're just doing the one down at the very bottom there, away from it. I'm going to leave that one just to come through a little bit more first, I think. You can see that these fields are all in a stewardship scheme as well, because they all have 6 meter grass verges at the very least, actually. So yeah, must be some sort of scheme on the go here. And off we go. We'll come down, do a headland again, and then we'll be straight back onto the GPS. Oh, there goes another school bus, or tour bus, sorry. Those tour buses don't seem to be affected by the speed cameras like I do. They seem to fly around here, which seems a bit weird. Came through there earlier though. It definitely wasn't doing breaking any speed limits with that Merlo, that's for sure. So yeah, if anybody is watching and they are within the sales and marketing teams of JCB or Merlo, Manitou, Class even, we'll have a look at the Scorpion. I would love to get some demonstrations in there just to see, but we might look into, I really have heard good things about both the Scorpion and the Manitou actually, so they'll probably be our compare and contrast, I think, but we need to get a hold of them first and get them into the field. Now's going to be a great time because we have more fertilizer work and then hopefully bale work as well over the course of the summer there as well. There we go. We have to get some herbicide down here pretty quickly. But yeah, we'll get this all done. Well, we got 1, 2, 3 fields here, and then it'll be onwards. So we'll probably, we'll bring you back another episode later on in the week when we'll show you the latest with the yard work. Quite looking forward to seeing how that looks myself. And yeah, we'll be able to take it from there. So stay tuned for that one. We're just gonna knock this off here, go back, and then yeah, we'll get these couple of fields done, and we'll be away to the races really. So what we'll probably do at this stage is leave it here. I hope you have enjoyed. I have been Andy, the Young Farmer, as always. If you have enjoyed, and you're yet to do so, do make sure you hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. The Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything. And we will see you all in the next one. Until then, though, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.